This time next week, we will be living in a post-Marvel's world. I know the movie officially comes out this time next week, and, well, by 6 days after that releases, well, we'll probably have already forgotten about it, outside of a couple of people that are going to be taking a look at the box office numbers and how abysmal it is, and figure out the years-long question at this point in time. How dead is it in reference to the MCU? Well, we can take a look at some projections, but I don't want to spoil the rest of the video. I think we already know what it is, given the fact that the full plot has basically been leaked out there, and we're going to be taking a look at some of the high points because, well, I browsed through the article and figured out that, wow, this looks like a pile of shit. So I won't subject you guys to that as well. Just want to go ahead and pick out a couple of the things right there until we get to the main event, which is, of course, very, very important. Well, with Disney, Marvel, nobody really giving a shit over there at the executive offices in wanting to make sure that, no, guys, this isn't the real plot. You're going to have to come to the theaters and you're going to have to experience the wonder that is the Marvels with your own two eyes. Don't believe your internet sources that are out there. That couldn't possibly be true. I haven't heard anybody comment on this. So, in fact, the matter is, must be true. I think Disney, Marvel specifically, has just realized that, oh God, there's no pushing this back any further. We can't, I don't know, man, we can't shit can it at this point in time. We just got to go ahead and release this crap, okay? Hopefully we can just try to weather this storm and maybe potentially rebound in 2024, or I don't know, just torch the entire thing and start anew. But the Marvel's entire plot allegedly has been revealed. It explains that Captain Marvel destroyed the Kree homeworld of Halal, or Hala. No, halal is the way that you prepare food. Hala is where the Kree are from. And if all of that sounds gibberish to you, that's good. You're probably in a group of a lot of other people that are out there, because last time that you heard anything like that uttered on the big screen was 5 years ago when Captain Marvel first came out. Nobody has even referenced the Kree. Very few references to the Skrull in general, outside of Secret Invasion that just took place, unfortunately, within the past couple of months. Everything that you're releasing right now is the perfect example as to why people are turning out and tuning off Marvel films, because you have to keep together so many things. You have to keep so many storylines straight. None of it is as interconnected as you promised it being, because, well, you just decided to go off in way too many directions and you didn't respect the audience's time. That, and you also didn't write anything compelling because it's all been dog shit the entire time. But YouTuber Mr. H Reviews shared a major plot details rather. Yeah, you basically got all of it, right? Of the upcoming Marvel's film, after there was a new clip that came out last week attempting to frame the film as featuring the next Thanos-level threat with a clip from Avengers Endgame. Yeah, the chick that's the main villain in this story, a race-swapped character, I know, hold for shock, right, is supposed to be as threatening as the person that was the overarching villain of your most successful time. Wow, you're just going to go ahead and try to take some of the elements that worked beforehand, just not realizing that, oh wow, there's actually more substance here, okay? The magic in the success is making everything work together to create something greater than the sum of its parts. No, you're just going to go ahead and go, yeah, people like the big purple guy, so we're going to have somebody that's just as threatening as the big purple guy and a strong, independent black woman. Fantastic. What was that quote? What was the big overarching quote that came out of the South Park special? Oh, right. Bring in a woman, make her gay, and make her lame. I don't know anything about female Dar-Ben. Don't know if she's gay or not, but she sure does look lame, and she definitely is. Well, you know how the quote goes. Marvel Studios released a promotional clip for the film at the end of last week that didn't feature any footage from the Marvels until about 15 seconds into the minute-long clip. And yeah, it was just another shitty fight scene with a woman saving a guy who was cowering on the floor. There you go. I saved you guys a minute of your time. Upon viewing the clip, Mr. H Reviews asserted, you see how they're framing it. They're framing it that there will always be a Thanos. She's a new Thanos. Girl Thanos. You right, you know. And this Dar-Ben character, proper Thanos-level threat. Yeah, that's very much misleading, guys. Hugely, in fact. So I'm going to reveal to you what exactly is happening in this movie. There's the video if you'd like to watch it yourself to get the first-hand information. I've seen a little bit of Mr. H's stuff. I would definitely recommend his videos. Seems like a real stand-up guy. From there, Mr. H Reviews details what happens in the film. Dar-Benn is a character that Carol is obsessed with. All right, Carol is obsessed with Dar-Benn. Oh, she's obsessed. Made clear that Carol doesn't trust Dar-Benn. Has made it very clear that Carol isn't wrong for mistrusting her because she is the villain. And yeah, those bands, they're called, according to MCU canon, Nega bands. Nega, N-E-G-A, okay? Not referring to the actress, but she also got them mailed to her, probably not by Ms. Marvel's grandma, okay? Which is, yeah, how the little stretchy girl ended up getting her powers. You know, one of the main attractions to the film. That's why it's not gonna make any money. Anyways, but she gets them and becomes an all-powerful, all-empowered, independent queen of the Kree, I guess. The Kree refer to Carol as the Annihilator, which is also featured in that clip as well by somebody who definitely doesn't look like Nightcrawler from the X-Men Fox films from beforehand. Not the last time you're going to be hearing from that as well, or something along those lines. Anyways, Angie obviously doesn't like that name. The Annihilator. I don't like that name. That's actual dialogue from this piece of shit. Dar-Benn has one of the bangles that Kamala has. Yes, Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel. So Kamala has the other. No specific way or explanation as to how Dar-Benn has it. She just has it, bro. Mom's ended up losing it in the mail. Apparently, she's using it, however, to a weapon, a weapon, and she needs both bangles eventually. So she's gonna go pick on a tiny little immigrant girl? That's mean. There's a funny line where this villain, Dar-Benn, demands to know where Kamala got such an ancient and powerful artifact, and Kamala responds, and I quote, "My grandmother sent it to me in the mail." That's why we get behind such characters like Captain America, because, you know, the only impressive thing about him came out of a bottle, right? It has nothing to do with his heroic nature, his sense of duty, his unbreakable spirit. No, reasons that you get behind characters like, you know, Thor, you see in his entire arc across like a half dozen films. People don't reconcile with the deep themes of the Incredible Hulk because of everything that he's been through. No. Kamala Khan, who's had more canceled pilots than the WB network in a comic book sense. She's such a strong, independent character, such a strong female character, because representation is important. Is because she just happens to have bands, and that's what makes her powerful. Cool stuff. No wonder this is a character that just had a streaming show that was the lowest rated one ever on D+. Good for them. Wasn't explained in the rough cut that my source saw, but almost immediately Monica, Carol, Kamala began switching places every time that they use their powers. Apparently, it's not just it's just not explained. No, they just continue to switch bodies, and it's great. It's kind of like Freaky Friday meets liquid diarrhea. So Carol leaves the house, tries to fly off, but they switch again, and suddenly Kamala is falling out of the sky. But she's stretchy, so if she hits the ground, it's not really going to hurt her. She goes on, and Fury tells Monica, oh yeah, Nick Fury, the guy who was in the most recent Marvel atrocity, he's going to be up in the space station. It'll be cool, guys. Fury tells Monica she has to fly to save her. Apparently, Brie Larson's Carol can't fly. She definitely can fly, but okay, she can't now because reasons. Because that's using her powers. Oh, okay, but Monica can fly, allegedly, even though it's using her powers, you know, without switching. Yeah, but Monica can manipulate light because she walked through a barrier in WandaVision. This is really good storytelling. Anyways, so yeah, Monica Rambeau resists Fury, telling her to fly up because she doesn't know how to control her flight yet, and Fury yells, and I quote, "Come on, black girl magic." Oh my god, yeah, that's a line. People are paid millions of dollars to write this. Kind of, sort of. Monica flies up to save Kamala, however, she loses control on the way down. Everyone is screaming at the last second. Monica and Carol switch, and Carol is able to stop before they hit the ground. Oh boy, thank God. Everybody's safe. I would have been up many sleepless nights thinking about that. Fury screams as they're dropping, and at the last second, it's just Carol. Supposedly a very funny sequence. Very funny. It sounds like shit. Yeah, Pines. Yeah, no, 1000%, man. But as you can see right there, in the middle of that picture, in on and around, you know, the Power Ranger putties and, I don't know, fucking shift managers from Spirit Halloween, you've got your Thanos level threat with her hammer. Cool. They discovered that Dar-Benn is using a new weapon. No, Thor had a hammer a long time ago. It's way cooler. To create unstable portals. Let's steal the resources. Oh no. I've got a really funny joke, but in light of current events in the Middle East, we cannot be making those reappropriation jokes. And plus her nose is way too small for that to be an accurate joke. Anyways, water, air, sun, or whole planets. And she sends the resources to the destroyed Hala to rebuild it. Okay, maybe it's a little bit too close for comfort. She's so far destroyed one planet from the beginning of this film for its atmosphere. She destroyed a second at the Kree Skull peace talks. Okay, and she goes after Aldana, okay, to steal their water. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, because the other big central plot point of this, spoilers, I don't think you're gonna care. She's destroying planets that Carol, Miss Marvel, or not Miss Marvel, well, I'm sure she switches with her a bunch of times, but Captain Marvel has ever called home. She's going to destroy those planets because, the Kree's homeworld got blown up. Should be calling her Dar Benjamin. Anyways, enter Princess Carol. I'm sorry, what? She already has enough accolades and now she's a princess? Princess Brie Larson. Oh, Lord. That's always what they've wanted for her. Okay, ever since Disney acquired Marvel, they've wanted to have their little Princess Marvel, and now they finally got it. Right at the tail end of this franchise making any goddamn money. It's still gonna end up losing money though. Like, it's the $330 million budget, for Christ's sakes. This shit even gonna fucking make that back throughout its entire theatrical run. Anyways, Carol has already been to Aldana and doesn't really want to go back there because she's a princess married to Prince Yan in an ancient diplomatic mistake. What? Anyone on Aldana sings as a way to communicate. Oh my god, is there going to be a musical number in this piece of shit? Oh wow. Okay, so Brie sings. Apparently she does actually have a lovely voice. Yeah, I'm never gonna see this. I don't give a fuck. But holy fuck, man, you have. This is what you wanted, okay? Who would have ever thought during the first Avengers film, during the battle for New York, we would have eventually reached a point in time where you have a sing-off in order to get out of a failed diplomatic marriage? Wow. Boy, have we gone so far. He continues, the girls bond well in a montage of I don't care. Okay, that's my face. Okay, my face is tired reading this. Moving on, he explains. So Prince Yan doesn't actually like Carol that much. He and Carol are married, okay, but Carol and Prince Yan seem to have a very platonic friendship. Of course, man, because there can never be like a healthy, happy relationship. No. There needs to be cats. More cats! People love the cats! Citizen on the planet, however, do worship her as their princess, and Prince Yan himself is cool and allegedly is not played as a goofy type, so that's cool. Yeah, because he's also a minority of some sort. Although it's a really weird and awkward sequence that goes on for entirely too long, and given the fact that the movie in and of itself, without credits, pre-roll or post-roll, is 88 minutes long. Yeah, so if you have that sequence go on too long, just think of all of those really important character interactions that have been cut out. Oh well. So bad pacing. Monica is weirded out by the whole situation. Kamala is excited. Monica asks if Kamala is going to put her in her Captain Marvel fan fiction, and Kamala says yes, we're in one. Next he relays Carol realizes she's going after every planet that Carol has ever called home in an act of revenge. See, there it is. Earth is the last part of that plan. Oh my god. Meanwhile, Fury takes the Khan family up to the space station to keep them protected. Later, the space station is damaged by Dar-Ben, so yes, Nick Fury, in an act of trying to do something good to keep a family safe, ultimately ends up messing up because you can never have competent men. All you can have is just safe, docile idiots that inadvertently got into a marriage. Unfucking believable. When she attacks Earth is the climax of the film, and there are not enough escape pods to get everybody off the station before it crashes. Brace for impact on this one, folks. So Fury comes up with an idea of feeding everyone on the space station to the Flurkin kitten, then putting all the kittens in escape pods and getting back to Earth that way. It's amusing, bizarre, and the whole film is a bizarre tonal clash between standard Marvel movie and something goofier, like the Guardians. Yes, exactly. There's your Thanos level threat, and yeah, in all of the marketing, because none of the actors can get down and actually promote this piece of shit and go, actually guys, it's not as bad as you hear. It's gonna be fun, you know. It's kind of like Guardians. You guys remember the first Guardians? You know, when most of the people who were trying to get to watch these films were back in middle school. You know, you like the first one. The The second one, it was fun and goofy. It was the big ensemble cast, guys. But we took all of that and we infused it with more Marvel humor. Fucking gross. But make sure you stay for the end credits scene where Monica Rambeau gets sucked through a portal and then wakes up and finds Kelsey Grammer's Beast from X-Men 3: The Last Stand. Spoiler. What the fuck? Okay, if you thought trying to say, just shout out the first Guardians of the Galaxy, which came out, 2012? You thought that was going to be a throwback. You're going back, okay, to what people used to think was the low water mark for superhero films with X-Men 3. Kelsey Grammer is the Beast. Excellent casting, by the way. Fantastic role. And hey, I guess you can go ahead and have a product tie-in. Make sure that you go and check out my reboot of Frasier, because we were just living in this perpetual state of the late 90s. But what the fuck, okay? I have no idea what they're doing with this. It's almost like, yeah, we're gonna go ahead, okay? The first film ended up making $1 billion. What could be the worst that happens if we make a sequel? I could just make another $1 billion. No, man, it's gonna make fuck all, and you had no idea what you're doing. You're taking a hyper obscure character. Nobody knows who the fuck Dar-Ben is. That's also what they're going to be doing, okay? For the people that do go to the theater, they're just going to be looking up at the screen, okay? Taking a look at the chicks that are down there and going, who's the one in the red jumpsuit, and what's this black chick doing here? We vaguely know who Captain Marvel is. She hasn't been around for a long time, but okay. Oh, cool. You have Samuel L. Jackson in this. Is he finally going to say motherfucker? Because that'd be fun. But no, instead of trying to sell the actual story, the characters, try to pump up the entire legacy of Marvel as finally manifest into this one film, and this is how we're going to be going off into the future, by bringing in all of those other products that your parents used to love, or that you remember watching in between Halo 2 LAN parties. No, what's the most marketable aspect of the Marvels coming out? Fucking cats, bro. This is from, you can see right here, this is from the official Marvel YouTube channel, by the way. They had an 8-hour-long live stream of cats. I wish I was joking, and unboxing toys. Like, who the fuck is enticed, okay, to see pop vinyls get opened, to see cats walk around a fucking goofy set with plywood box shitty beds, okay? You might think that ratio is not too bad, but for a 20 million sub channel, 20.2 million subs, 75,000 views 11 hours ago, and it ran for 8 hours. 8 fucking hours. And the best you could do is get 3,700 likes. Bro, this film is dead. And you can look at the numbers, okay? The projections have been readjusted. And guess what? Shit sucks. Brie Larson's The Marvels now tracking for an atrocious $45 to $50 million opening weekend. Guys, it's dead. It's done. How dead is it? Very fucking dead. A new report detailing Brie Larson's upcoming film, The Marvels, is now tracking for an atrocious $45 to $50 million opening weekend. New report comes as World of Real's Jordan Rumini, okay, who claims some analysts had originally believed between 55 and 75 million domestic opening would occur for The Marvels, but I'm being told that the latest internal numbers actually point to $45 to $50 million 3-day opening. One of those other analysts was Sean Robbins, a box office pro, who claimed in the middle of October the film would be opening weekend of 50 to 75. Robbins went on to predict the film would bring in a total of $121 to $189 million in its entire domestic box office run. Not even coming close to breaking even. Not even coming close to covering the production budget. But yo, man, we kind of figured this at this point in time. Like, everybody was already seeing the seams start to bust. And I'm not talking about on their pajamas. Like, those, costumes look fucking atrocious. I talked about it yesterday or within the past couple of days. Who remembers everything that came out in Stage 4? Who went to the theaters and watched every single film that was a part of that atrocity? You might remember Doctor Strange. Maybe you went to the Black Panther sequel because you thought if you didn't, you'd be called racist. Like, nobody has fond memories of any of that shit, because they just kept coming over and over and over again. They just kept feeding you crap, and they expected you to just take it. And now they're trying to tell you, oh no, it's just superhero fatigue. No, it's bad writing fatigue. And Captain Marvel was probably the tipping point. The original film, not the character itself. Well, the character had a big thing. We're talking about the movie that came out in 2018. Right in between Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. It was perfect marketing. It was the central character that Nick Fury was trying to get a hold of during the end credit scene, because that's all Marvel's been for a very long time. Just, ooh, jangle the keys, get excited for next product. Captain Marvel was going to come in and save the day, and you could pretty much just completely package her, roll an Endgame, remove it entirely from the film, and the film itself would be none the worse, and you wouldn't even notice it. But $50 million opening weekend from somebody who, at the behest of Kevin Feige, after all, the new Captain Marvel, the official movie special guide. This came out at the same time that the film did. Marvel Studios chief Kevin Feige effectively confirmed that Carol Danvers' Captain Marvel will take over as the leader of the MCU when we found out that Brie Larson might be interested in joining our world, something that she has gone on to publicly regret. We had a number of meetings. She was a huge fan of the character in the comics. Absolutely not. One of the highlights of the career of my career at Marvel was introducing her at Comic-Con and having her come out on stage and stand there with literally almost everybody else from our movies. You introduced a woman, one of your high points of your career. What a shitty career, if that's the case. She was there at the forefront, and it was just great foreshadowing. Brace for impact, folks. Not just for the audience. Not just for how audiences are going to embrace Brie as this character, but also for how Captain Marvel is about to take the lead and be at the forefront of the entire cinematic universe. How adorable. And now, with today's new information, because the new face of the Marvel Cinematic Universe is going down in fucking flames, the old one has to come back. Iron Man actor Robert Downey Jr. has agreed to return to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's fucking dead, guys. There might be some people who will get excited to come back, but unless RDJ gets that same type of creative input he had during his first spin in the suit, it's going to end up exactly the same way that it was before. Obviously, he wouldn't come back, okay? Like, they could back up a dump truck full of money. He's fine. He's still getting roles. He's still getting work. He was just in Oppenheimer. The motherfucker is a movie star. I'm surprised we didn't see Chris Evans go ahead and be the first person to say, well, I'll be coming back as Captain America. I'm sure there's probably going to be a post-credits scene, okay? And also doing the same key jangling shit for the Captain Black Falcon film that's going to be coming out next year as well, just to go ahead and reintroduce and go, hey guys, hey, stay tuned. This is going to be good, right? But Iron Man isn't the only character that's looking to make a return. Oh, but okay, he died in Endgame. How is he going to be coming back? You know, this multiverse thing? That's why nobody cares about any of this stuff, because none of this shit matters. You can just go ahead and pull another one out there, or just go back in time and save him or something like that, and I don't know, do the whole snap thing correctly. A new rumor claims that Robert Downey Jr. has agreed to return to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yeah, a new rumor comes out to the scooper, My Time to Shine, who wrote on X, RDJ already agreed to come back. But this is also off of the back of another rumor that, Marvel was also looking to bring back Iron Man, Captain America, and Black Widow, like it says right there. So the rumor comes in the wake of a previous one from Tatiana Siegel at Variety, who claimed sources say that there have been talks to bring back the original gang from the Avengers movie. This would include reviving Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man, Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow, both of whom were killed off in Endgame. Yep, and one who actually sued Marvel in order to get, proper compensation for her own solo film that was a day late and $1 short, but hey, desperate times call for desperate measures, right, guys? However, Siegel noted that the studio had not committed to the idea yet, and salaries such as Robert Downey Jr.'s $25 million for Iron Man 3. He was good in that film. I fucking hate that film. He was good in it, though. Could be a hurdle. Yeah, because these films ain't making any fucking money, okay? And those budgets are ballooning out of control. But Disney doesn't have anything going for it. If they release, like the one Star Wars film that they keep saying that they have in development, they already announced it, the most recent announcement, a fucking Rey film. Who's excited to go see that? They have nothing left in the Lucasfilm bag to go ahead and pull out and just go, hey guys, get excited for this thing. That brand is fucking dead. Toy Story 5's coming out. But does anybody remember Toy Story 4 and how much of a bungled fucking mess that is? Nobody's looking forward to anything that Pixar is doing. Disney's original animation studios, oh god, What a barren wasteland of vacuous ideas they have over there. The only thing that they have left is throw a bunch of money at the legacy characters, try to remind you of a happier time, a more successful time. So realistically, they're caught between a rock and a hard place. The only thing that's left is the crying, because yeah, it might be a rumor right now, and they would be absolutely silly in order to announce anything concrete right now. Especially in the camp of those old stars that they're looking to bring back. Just go ahead and figure out how bad the Marvels is going to do, and then you can just drive up your asking price, and Disney is desperate. Marvel is on life support. You know, at least for a one-off. At least for a one-off, you guys can go ahead and combine all of your powers in order to revive this franchise, which, hey man, nobody likes a good comeback story, and hell, there's been quite a few told over the course of all of those different types of comic runs. So if you could do something great with that, and then properly hand off the torch instead of just going, yeah, I'm kind of done with this franchise, alright, deuces. If you could do something great the second time around, you might end up winning some people back. And obviously, with the announcement of all of the old stars coming back, that will get you a little bit of hype, but you got one last chance at this. One last chance. And people are already going to be skeptical as fuck. So it'll be interesting. You got all of these little things that are being leaked out there. Like the Marvel's full plot that's out there. All the box office projections. Oh, Robert Downey Jr. is coming back. Oh, Kelsey Grammer's. An avenue into the Fox Marvel films from years gone by. Get excited. Please come to the Marvels because fuck, we're fresh out of ideas and we really don't want this to fail so spectacularly. Please get excited for the next thing. We know we've been dragging you around with that strategy for a very long time, but please, just one more time, please, promise, we'll make it worth it this time. We just got to get over this very female, very lame, very gay hurdle one final time. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.